Okay, well, I would do what we were doing in the 110th and 111th Congress to help small business owners. And one of the things is that you have to give them a fighting chance. You have to have a small business administration that's properly funded that can help these small businesses launch. Then you have to help them compete with the big guys by helping them learn how to export, to market, and do all the other things that are necessary for small businesses. Then you also have to give them tax cuts. You have to help them write off the cost of the equipment, which we did. We accelerated the rate that they could write off the equipment expenses. And we also gave tax cuts for people if they hired. We gave them, the employers, a tax holiday if they hired a certain number of people. So there's a number of initiatives that I think were very helpful to small business and helped carry them through from the very dark days of October 2008 when Wall Street collapsed to now. So what we have seen is growth. We know that we've had 22 months of private sector growth, but that small businesses are still struggling. So this is no time to walk away from small business. Now, the other thing that we can do, and did do in the Congress, and to continue to do, is to link the community colleges in training with the students and with the communities and the businesses. In order to be competitive, we know now that we're not going to have the simple jobs anymore. We're going to have jobs where young men and women have to have the training, R&D, research and development. They're going to have a lot of technology. So we need to bring businesses in small colleges, community colleges, in to the communities, along with Farmington and all the others, to attract the business. So tax breaks, tax cuts, incentives to hire, and education.
While Congress was busy bailing out the big banks and giving subsidies to oil companies, our small business community was floundering. What we need to do, and what we should have done then and we can do now, is to open up access to capital for small businesses. We have 33,000 small businesses here in New Hampshire that have employees. And I've spoken to a few business owners that had difficulty getting a bridge loan even though they had receivables on the books. If they are indeed the real job creators, and I believe they are, then we should be doing everything within our power to make sure that they are successful and that they thrive. When I was in the investment business, one of the things that we did, we looked for small companies that were poised for growth and that were hiring, that also met very rigorous standards for corporate, social, and environmental practices. So I know that we can grow this economy in a sustainable way. We just need to have the political will to do it. That's what I would fight for in Congress.
I am a small business person. I know what it's like as a small business person, having gone through the Great Recession of 2008. It was very, very painful. Thankfully, we survived. Not only did we survive, but our business was able to expand. A lot of that had to do with just those of us in the business maybe getting a little bit better at what we were doing, looking towards controlling expenses, getting more out of our investments, and looking for alternative revenue streams. I think one of the first things we could do in Congress is to create demand for products. I know as a small business person, when people around me have some level of consumer confidence, they feel good about their job, not only now, but for the foreseeable future, they get a level of confidence which allows them to then make that step and purchase something. Congress can be involved in creating and helping to create an environment of confidence by, one, making sure small businesses have access to the capital that they need. Access through the Small Business Administration can also exert some influence on larger banks to make sure that they are freeing up the capital that small businesses need. We also want to be careful in how we're looking at regulation and what effect it has, what burdens it places on our small community banks that have been our best allies over the past few years. One of the greatest job creators we could invest in right now is an infrastructure project for this whole country. It would get people back to work immediately, it would poise us us in good position for the future. It's a great investment and it will create great demand.